From the studios of Foxboro Cable Access, located in the center of Foxborough, Massachusetts, you are watching Around Foxborough.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Around Foxborough. My name is Julie Love. I'm your host today. So we have a very great local guest today, and we get to introduce you guys to these wonderful young leaders of our community. So let's invite them. Hi guys, thank you so much for coming to Around Foxborough.
Hi. Thank you so much.
Sure, so let's introduce yourselves to our audience. So let's start with you, Nikunj.
Yeah, so we're like the three founders of this nonprofit that we made. It's called Pulse Preservers, and I'm Nikunj Nagpal. I'm the secretary/clerk of Pulse Preservers.
Hi, my name is Ali Akhtar, and I'm the president of Pulse Preservers.
Hi, my name is Raj Patil, and I'm the treasurer of Pulse Preservers.
And how young are you guys?
We're all 16.
Yeah.
Juniors in high school.
And which school do you guys go to?
I go to Foxborough High School.
I also go to Foxborough High School.
I actually go to Mansfield High School, so it's more of a collaboration between our towns.
So how did you guys meet each other?
So me and Raj are actually family friends, and I introduced Raj to Ali, who's my school friend. I met him in Foxborough High School, and yeah, that's basically how we all met.
So how did this name, Pulse Preservers, come from, and what is it? What do you guys do?
So Pulse Preservers was actually Nikunj's idea, and really, as soon as we heard it, we thought it was absolutely perfect for our nonprofit. And we just think like it symbolizes like what our nonprofit is really about, because we're trying to save lives here by helping lead CPR classes, and Pulse Preservers, we're saving a pulse, as in like saving someone's heart, and that makes sense with our goal of what we're trying to do.
So Ali, what is kind of the mission of Pulse Preservers, and then what do you guys exactly provide to the community?
Yeah, so our overall mission is to increase emergency preparedness in the surrounding towns. So for us, like currently, like we're hosting CPR classes for that, because knowing CPR can be really important to saving a life if anything bad like happens, right? Yeah.
So you guys hosted a CPR and an AED training class that was successful. Where was it before?
So we hosted this CPR and AED class at the Foxborough High School, and we got a lot of people to sign up.
Did anyone get certified actually?
Yeah, we had 5 people get certified, which is
Wow.
good news, yeah.
Were they kids, adults?
So ages 14 and up can get their certifications, but our target audience is mainly adults, or it was adults for that class because we were targeting people in Foxborough. And the students of Foxborough, as in like the high school students that are 14 and above, the CPR is actually part of the curriculum. So more adults came to the classes rather than kids.
So I know you guys have upcoming class, and where and then how can we find out?
So we actually have an Instagram page called Pulse Preservers, and we post all of our information for future classes and any information that you would need to come. Like we have the date, time, place, and a QR code to sign up, a place to pay the fee, and all of that is just on our Instagram.
So what's the next one coming up, Ali?
Yeah, so our next one is going to be on October 19th at the Foxborough Public Safety Building. That's on 8 Chestnut Street, Foxborough, and it will be at 3 p.m.
How long is the class? So when I show up to 3 p.m. class, when do I get out?
Well, our last class took around like 2 hours, and that's what we expect for this class too, around 2 hours for the whole course.
For the small price of $65 in 2 hours, you could get your CPR certification and learn to save a life. And we always recommend to everyone we see to, learn this life-saving technique, and it's very helpful in emergency situations.
So Nikunj, I know that you work as lifeguard.
Yeah.
Can you tell our audience about your job a little bit?
So as a lifeguard, I know firsthand that emergencies can happen, right? And in an emergency, every second counts. So knowing CPR is a very essential and a helpful tool to, help save lives.
And then, so that's why kind of you wanted to start this idea.
Yeah.
And then, are you certified too?
Yeah, I'm certified.
And how about you guys?
I'm certified too, yeah.
So currently I'm not certified. I plan to get certified in one of our own upcoming classes, but I also work as a youth soccer referee, so I do know how to do CPR in case there is an emergency on the field.
So you might get certified on the 19th.
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. So I know you guys are really young, 11th graders and in high school. How are you balancing your study and then this community work?
Well, this work, it doesn't take that much time, right? It takes like an hour or two a week, but it's something that we want to do. It's something that we're passionate about because kids these days, they can spend all their time on phones. Like, they can do over like 10 hours a week on phones. But we use the time to do things that we're actually passionate about, like working on this organization.
And then Ali, how are you making connection, say for instance, getting the building at the Foxborough High School or the safety building or maybe expanding it to surrounding town? How are you guys negotiating with these people?
Yeah, so what's working so far is just reaching out to those who are there. Like, for example, for us, we reached out to the Foxborough Fire Department and asked, like, hey, is there an instructor from you guys that can help us, that can, help give these classes for us? And so therefore we got the class. And that's how we plan to do things in the future too, at other places.
So you're kind of utilizing the Foxborough Fire Department resources and then just facilitating it to the community members, correct?
Yeah, precisely. Mm-hmm.
So what are the other towns that you are thinking of besides Foxborough that you want to expand this pulse servers?
Like surrounding towns, for example, Rogers from Mansfield. We obviously want to do Mansfield as well. We want to do Sharon. We want to do all the surrounding towns around Foxborough, really. Mm-hmm.
So when you are there, and then when you hosted it, then you guys kind of like facilitate, like maybe help with the registration. Is that how it works?
we help with the registration and things of that nature.
Yeah, we also actually plan where the class is going to be, and we're just trying to make it accessible to people all around us because that's just the best way possible to get as many people certified.
So the challenge is, say, I wanted my son to get certified, and I had to go all the way to Dedham, like American, Red Cross and stuff. So I couldn't find much of closer locations. So that's really helpful. So the people who signed up for the Foxborough High School, what are their feedbacks? Do you remember what people were saying after they got certified, or maybe before?
They didn't say much about it. It's just that I guess they thought it was really helpful to know, CPR because CPR is very important, as we've emphasized.
Yeah, actually, near the start of that class, before at the Foxborough High School, they listed out why they're in the class, and overall, they seemed pretty satisfied with what they got.
Wow, great. So what are your dreams? I know you are really engaged with these activities and then the community service, but in the future, you're still young, maybe making this accessible to other people, but outside of that, what are your dreams? So let's start with Nikunj.
So my dream is to just make CPR not only something that, not only a piece of knowledge that you have to, you have to pay money to get, and you have to, I guess, go out of your way to learn, but it should be a norm in people's houses. So I think according to Red Cross, about 70% of cardiac arrest emergencies happen in the home, right? So I want CPR to be a norm, so everybody in their homes would know how to do CPR in case an emergency happens.
And how about you?
Yeah, so I'm just really interested in health and medicine, and I think one of the most important forms of healthcare is just having that being accessible. And this is really important because when people do have medical mishaps like cardiac arrest or things like that, it's really important that people around know what to do in those situations. So in the future, yeah, I just wish that it was a norm, that it was something that people knew how to do.
How about you, Raj?
Well, I definitely agree with Ali and Nikunj. If knowing CPR was a norm, that would definitely make the world a lot of a safer place. But for me, it's also taking a step towards an actual profession, because I also see myself going to a healthcare profession, and I just think that this would also help me see what healthcare is all about and understand like more about this field.
So, as a high school students, what are other people saying about your initiatives? Did you have any feedback, or like, what are you guys doing in the community and stuff, or like, maybe other parents and overall feedbacks?
Well, we're still pretty small, incorporation, so not a lot of people know about us yet. So I myself have not gotten too much feedback in Mansfield, where it's also like even smaller than it is here in Foxborough, because we haven't hosted any classes there. So I can't say anything about Mansfield, but do you guys have anything about Foxborough?
Here at Foxborough, like as Raj said, we're not a very huge organization right now, but we do plan on doing it. So we don't have people coming up to us saying, "Oh, are you guys the co-founders of Pulse Preservers?" Not yet, though. And we plan on doing this. We're gonna make it mainstream.
Awesome.
Gain traction.
Good. So let's not talk about the Pulse Preservers right now, but then as you as individuals, like, what is your aspiration? Maybe you want to be a doctor, you want to be an NBA player. What are your dreams? What are your goals?
Well, as I said before, this is like taking a step forward for me in the healthcare field. I could see myself like maybe not being a doctor, because that would be a lot of like I feel like it just has skills that I don't have yet. But I mean, nursing, administration, anything like that, I see myself in a position there in the future.
How about you, Ali?
Like Raj, I also have like this big interest in healthcare. So yeah, in the future, I want to be a doctor. I don't know what type yet, because there's so many types of specialties. But yeah, that's what I see myself going into.
How about you?
Very similar to my fellow colleagues and co-founders, I am also interested in healthcare and that aspect, but I'm also kind of interested in like the business aspect of things, which is where Pulse Preservers comes in and like shows me, wow, I can like do this type of marketing, I can network with these type of people, and I think that really helps me.
Wow, very, very inspiring, guys. And I really appreciate you sharing your stories. So on Instagram, I know you guys are young generations. How are you like kind of promoting through the Instagram or like maybe social media? Who's in charge?
So I'm in charge of the Instagram, and I guess for promoting, we post a lot of facts about CPR, right? So like I think. What was that fact about CPR? That like every 10 seconds?
Yes, it was every 10 seconds that you delay, or every minute that you delay CPR, the chances of that person surviving decrease by 10%.
Yeah, so like using facts like those that we get from the Red Cross, we I guess create we create posts that help people realize how important CPR is, and we hope that people would recognize and realize that, and follow us and get certified.
I see.
Yeah.
And during the class, so AED is also trained.
Yeah.
So what is AED?
So AED it's a device. It administers a shock inside of a person, and that shock is supposed to match with the brain rhythm, which would, if someone, like God forbid, their heart stopped beating, the AED would administer a shock which would spark the heart to start beating again.
So it's intimidating. I've seen AED machines,
yeah,
but like I would never touch it because I have no idea what I'm gonna do with it. So that people who's gonna take the classes would not be afraid to go and open it.
Exactly. Like our goal would be for someone who took these classes to in a public emergency or a private emergency, just see an AED in a glass case and know exactly what they have to do. They have to grab the AED and use it on the person.
That's intimidating. Yes.
Yeah.
So, have you seen some of the videos, like when you're doing training, and then do you think you yourself are kind of prepared for some emergency and not like panic?
Yeah, I'd say so. Since I'm a lifeguard, I'm actually trained to act on these situations, and Ali here is also CPR certified, so he knows how to act in these situations. And as we've all said before, Raj, the soccer ref, he also knows what to do in these types of situations. And although it may seem intimidating, we all know what to do.
Yeah, I think the classes actually add a lot to that skill, because they give so much info about not just CPR, but also just in general emergencies. What's the first step to do? Like, who do you call and all of that. So I think just taking the class can definitely increase your confidence in those situations.
Where did you take your CPR class at the beginning? At the YMCA? Or?
Like my lifeguarding
Yeah.
CPR class?
Yes.
I did that from like a private company.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about you?
I took mine from the recent class that we hosted in the spring.
Oh, great. And who was the teacher?
It was an instructor from the Foxborough Fire Department, Joe
Oh.
D'Antona.
Okay, great.
Shout out.
Yeah.
And then Joe is going to be another instructor again
Yeah.
on the 19th. Oh, that's wonderful. Great. And then why is it a little bit cheaper than mainstream CPR?
So I believe like mainstream CPR classes cost around $80 to $90, but we here at Foxborough, we're offering it for $65, which is a pretty good discount, I'd say.
How is it possible?
With the kindness and generosity of Joe and the Foxborough Fire Department, we are able to get these prices.
And that's incredible. And then being able to use public space that you don't have to pay the rental fee for the places
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
So are you currently negotiating with, say, for instance, Mansfield High School or maybe police department, public safety department, or like maybe Sharon, Walpole?
So we are looking at other places to host future classes. We can't say anything yet about whether or not we are actually hosting a place or a future class at these places because we aren't allowed to associate with them yet unless we have like a deal finalized or something. So we can't say anything yet, but we do have other places in mind for future classes.
As a young people, I know I mentioned it, but something like this takes a lot of courage, and then going up to adults and then just advocating your mission. Like, what is your drive, and then how do you kind of overcome anxiety and fear of like going up to this, leaders in the town?
Well, going up to leaders in town, I always talk to them with the thought in mind that yes, I'm doing this to help save other people's lives, because CPR, it does save lives, and the knowledge of that should, I believe, be spread.
And that's something that they know too, is they understand that our mission makes sense, that it makes sense that people should know CPR, and that they should be prepared in these types of scenarios. So that kind of increases our confidence.
Mm-hmm. And on top of that, we all do a bit of the networking, so we all have, like Ali was saying, our confidence has gone up, so we're not anxious going up to new people and just asking for something with nothing in return, but yeah.
Are you guys involved with DECA or debate class, debate club at the high school or anything?
Me and Ali are actually captains of the Foxborough debate team, and I'm vice president of DECA.
Oh,
yeah.
There you go. How about
We're
you?
involved in a lot of these extracurricular
That's
things.
amazing. That's great.
I'm just a member of the debate club at Mansfield High School. Yeah.
Just a member.
Yeah.
No, that's a big deal. I've never done debate in my life, so that's good for you. So you know kind of how to be calm in negotiation and just be professional then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So what is your message to people, even all ages, that if they want to take an initiative and then go for it and just make it happen?
I think our message is that just go for it, even if things don't work out, still go for it. Keep persevering until you get it. Because that's kind of what we did. Me and Ali actually, we reached out to a lot of people before we really got our class going. And I guess persevering is really the main thing that drove us to get this class up and going.
Yeah. I'd also say just start now. Don't wait for so long because you're scared that might not work out. But like Nikunj said, just keep trying if it doesn't work the first time, and just go for it.
Yeah, and to be honest, there's nothing to lose, so just why not?
So a lot of times when the leaders come to the table, right? And then sometimes, I don't know in English, but there's one sailor or one leader, and then if there's many leaders on the ship will fail or drown or something. So how are you maintaining your friendship versus the professionalism, and do you guys kind of argue in terms of a direction, or you guys are pretty much getting along okay?
We get along pretty well,
Yeah.
apart from the little little arguments
You
sometimes.
could say we have a couple of debates over next steps and just ideas that we have, but I don't think it interferes with our relationships with each other.
Wow. That's really admirable. That's great. And I think you guys will remember this initiative when you are an adult, like when you become like older. Hey, we did something cool when you were in 11th grade, and all these media appearances and stuff too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So what is your joy of helping the community?
So helping the community, it brings me joy because, like, again, CPR. I like to spread the knowledge of CPR. I like spreading knowledge in general, but just giving back to the community that's given so much to me, it gives me joy.
Yeah, like the same thing. Like, this community has given me so much, and I think it's really important that I give something back too, and that we all give something back. And so yeah, it's just me. It brings me joy that with this initiative, it's possible that this community can just become a safer place for everyone.
Amazing.
And maybe I might be a bit greedy, but if everyone around me knows CPR and I have a heart attack, God forbid, I would be very happy to know that like some of the people around me were CPR certified, and there's a pretty decent chance I might make it out alive.
Yes, definitely. I'm curious though, besides the CPR and AED, you kind of mentioned about what to do with the emergency situation. What did they tell you, like in terms of calling 911? I have a situation where I witnessed a car that took electric pulse in Sharon, but I didn't know where I was, so I called 911, and they're like, "Where are you?" I'm like, "I have no idea." So I hand my phone over to somebody else that was around me, and I kind of panicked because the car was upside down. So do they tell you like what to do in like 911 situation, or be calm, how to be calm and stuff?
Well, not necessarily how to be calm, but I guess how to act with other people. So like you can tell people, hey, can you help me out here with this 911 call? And yeah, things like that.
Yeah, exactly that. Like how it's not just them telling you to be calm, but also like telling you like what to do, how to delegate tasks and all of that.
That's very important.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. So do you guys have other jobs? So you are a high school student, but you have a lifeguard. Do you have other job too, or no?
Not really.
Focusing on the schoolwork.
Yeah.
And then this, obviously. That's great. Well, are you thinking to have maybe once a month class or twice a month class? What is your vision? Hosting.
For classes?
For the post-school service, so like say, do you want to make it like once a month that you host, or like twice a month that you can host or something, or you don't know?
Well, yeah, so far we're just trying to make it like as like frequent and like logistically possible as we can, as we are in our like newer stages. So we don't know exactly like our schedules to come, but we are trying to just like get things done and see how it works out, and maybe then like find our flow after.
Did they tell you a minimum of certain numbers that has to be registered to host this class?
Yes.
Yeah, we need at least 4 people to be registered, which we have already. But for everyone listening, we only have 30 spots, so be sure to sign up quickly.
So as long as you have 4 people registered, then you can continue hosting these classes
Yes.
around the town.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I really appreciate you guys, and I think people don't know the importance until like they encounter the situation we don't know, but it's really good to have in the back of your head, and then it's more like muscle memory, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, so do you have any last words for our audience that are watching our show?
Just again, I've been saying, I think we all heavily encourage everyone who's listening to sign up for our class and look at our Instagram for more information at Pulse Preservers. So yeah, that's my final message.
For me, I'd say that emergencies can happen anywhere at any time, and the most important thing you can do is just to learn what you can do like right now. And I think for you and for us, all of our audience, the best way to do that is to come to our class in October 19th, because that's like the first step to knowing what to do in these situations.
Yeah, I definitely agree with Nikunj and Ali. Being prepared is the best and most important thing that you can do. And they covered it all. Nothing left for me.
Wonderful. Well, thank you very much for coming to Around Foxborough today, guys.
Thank you for
Thank
the
you so much for the
opportunity.
opportunity.
Sure. And thank you to our audience for watching Around Foxborough. Our website is fcatv.org. My name is Julie Love. I'm your host. Our executive director is Michael Weber. And then today we have director Paul Beck. And we will see you next time.